All emotional suffering is caused by 4 emotions: anger, anxiety, depression, and guilt. These emotions are caused by how we interpret the information we see, hear, touch, taste, and smell every day. In this segment, we will show you how your sense of sight works. First, the cornea gathers light onto the iris. The iris is a round opening that dilates, becoming larger or smaller according to the amount of light available. The light then passes through to the eye lens, which focuses it onto a light-sensitive tissue called the retina. The light is transformed into an electrical impulse that is transmitted down the optical nerve to your brain's occipital lobe. In this segment, we'll show you how your sense of hearing works. Sound vibrations are collected by the pinna, the visible part of the outer ear, and channeled down the ear canal to the eardrum. The eardrum causes a chain reaction in the middle ear, transferring the vibrations through the malleus, incus, and stapes. The membrane around the stapes creates waves in the fluid in the cochlea in the inner ear. The movement stimulates tiny hair cells that detect the pitch and amplitude of sound and turns them into nerve impulses which travel to the auditory cortex of your brain's temporal lobe. In this segment, we will show you how your sense of touch works. Specialized touch receptors in our skin receive different stimuli such as pressure, pain, cold, and hot. Combinations of touch receptor nerve endings create sensations such as wet or sticky. The touch receptors convert the physical stimuli into an electrical signal, which is then sent to the somatosensory cortex of the brain. In this segment, we will show you how your sense of taste works. When you take a bite of food, by chewing it and mixing it with saliva, chemical tastants are released. These come in contact with small organs on the tongue called papillae. Some papillae sense texture, others sense taste. The ones that sense taste have taste buds embedded in them that correspond to sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. The chemical tastants are converted into an electrical signal which is sent to the gustatory cortex in the brain. In this segment, we will show you how your sense of smell works. Small molecules called ligands enter the nasal cavity through the nostrils. The ligands adhere to the olfactory mucosa, a membrane that lines the upper portion of the nasal cavity. Olfactory receptor nerves translate the chemical input into electrical signals which are collected at the olfactory bulb. The olfactory nerve then transmits the information deep into the brain's limbic system. What your brain receives is raw data, pure, unbiased information without meaning or context. But when your brain interprets this information through your belief system, it creates a story. This story provokes an emotional reaction in your thoughts, feelings, and behavior.